Hey guys, so by the title you probably guessed that this one is the start of depression talking. I don't know how many videos I'm going to make talking about putting up with depression, but I know I'm going to be making videos on all the side effects that it's put me through. So let's get started. Many of you may have seen the Yakking with Fiaura video where I come clean and talk about me, and some of you may have not. Fair warning, it's a 45-minute video, and it's Yakking with Fiaura 3. Posted on August 10th, 2015, almost a year ago. Wow, I've been doing this long? This is a little crazy. But there are certain things about depression, anxiety, and those sorts of mental blocks that have hit me. And recently, up until recently, I was just quietly suffering. I mean, Dean and Sophie, I gotta say, do their level-headed best to make me smile. And you guys most certainly work really hard to make me feel appreciated and like I'm worth something. But you gotta understand that there's no permanent fix for this. It's just something I'm gonna have to put up with. Now, I'm going to start getting it out in the open and describing what depression has done to me. So for a start, 4 years ago, I weighed 160 pounds. I was a size 8. And I was somewhere between a walkaholic and a social butterfly and an isolationist. And depression really just gave me like several different avenues to go do stuff, and I didn't really have to deal with it. And then I started grad school. And, well, I was dating someone who was not only depressed, but they were content in their depressed position. And that hit hard. I don't know how else to put it. That really just... I am the type of person where if you come into a room with negativity, it's going to rub off on me. And I'm going to start being negative, and I'm not going to be able to stay positive about life. Now try dating someone who's... when you're like that, try dating someone who is perpetually depressed and lethargic. And I'm not trying to blame Kyra for my own problems. They're my problems. But letting her get to me like that and then just not realizing what it was doing to me has obviously had a severe effect on myself. And Sophie Hunt, if you're watching this, you deserve better in terms of what I present to you. You really do. Which is why I'm doing this. I want to get better. So that much said, it's just something I have to deal with and live with. Depression has given me video game compulsions to forget that my life sucks this bad. It makes me question when people are nice to me. I even question when Geen's nice to me, and it throws her off balance a little bit after all these years. Us being best friends and basically sisters, and I still question it when she's nice to me. And I question you guys when you guys donate more than $10. It drives me up the wall mentally to think that someone would think I was worth more than a tenner, and yet you guys do it all the time. And I wish I could just sit back and be happy and assume that you guys do it because you don't have any ulterior motivations, but it's the type of mental compulsion that just eats at me, that says you guys have a different reason for doing this other than just, wanting to see me succeed. This is really hard to talk about. It really sucks to talk about it. If I don't talk about it, I'm not going to get better. And if I don't make sure that this is the last time I ever fall into depression, I'm not going to get back to a healthy weight. I'm not going to get back to a healthy body. And I'm most certainly not going to truly appreciate what I have. You're probably wondering who's got the camera on their head. It's Keen. Keen is more than a friend. Keen is the kind of companion that people almost never find in their lifetime. Keen is my Watson. Keen is my Agumon. Keen is... If we were attached at the hip permanently, I don't think either of us would mind. Might get on each other's nerves, but I honestly don't think we would. And Gina's kept me from putting knives to my wrist, from taking whole bottles of pills. Gina's also, for the sole reason of proving Geen wrong, been the motivation behind why one day I finally said, you know what, I'm going to take this YouTube channel and run with it, and she said, you'll never make it. She has doubted it until we hit 3,000 subscribers, and until I paid my rent with YouTube, she doubted it would ever happen. And then it happened. One day I'm going to be paying for a house with this. You're always invited to be there. She's nodding her head, not talking. It takes people like that. It takes someone so attached to you that they won't let you be depressed to really pull you out of it. And I don't care what anybody says. Depression is not a beast you can fight by yourself. It truly isn't. And it never will be. It haunts my nightmares. That it's hard for me to believe that I'm not sitting here on a channel in a room full of people, so to speak, by myself. It's hard for me not to believe that sometimes. I know it's not true. I know that every one of you listening to this right now would come up and give me a hug just to see me smile. Would tell an embarrassing story just to see me blush. Hell, half of you might even ask me out on a date if you could. I guess, I want to let you guys know I'm not depressed anymore, but it's going to take talking it out to make sure that I never fall back into it. Thank you guys. I want to hear your stories. I want to read them out loud. So there's a comment section right there. Type it out. Go ahead. And tomorrow's therapy is going to be me reading. If you don't want everyone to know who you are, then there's an email in the description below. fiaurathetankgirl@gmail.com. And tomorrow will hopefully be an upbeat, positive episode for you guys. So yeah, we're gonna move into when we get out of depression, we're gonna talk about video game addiction, which is something that needs to be talked about because it is a thing, and it's something we have to deal with, right? Right. Thank you guys. Thanks for listening, and thanks for being here. Anyway, go enjoy your fun stuff. The Armored Warfare and Collector's Edition and Total War Warhammer. There's going to be no links at the end of this, so yeah. This isn't one of those types of videos where I have the flashy intro and the nicely built outro and annotate. No, this is just me talking. Simple, to the point, and you guys get to verify that I'm trying to make myself back to what I was. I may never get there, but I'm going to get damn close, by God. Alright. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And I'll see you on live stream this afternoon. Bye for now.